So, it's been a year since a few of us played Battalion 1944 originally. I made a video about the game back then as well, and just like every other game that I touch, it died. But now it's back on 120-tick Faceit servers, so I decided I would try it again. I know last time that I played it, they sent me a free key to try it out, and I did have to rebuy it this time. It was $15 on Steam, and this was the first competitive game that I played, and I didn't do insanely good, but I didn't do that bad. Now, a lot of people say that they get that COD 2 feeling from this game, and it definitely does feel like COD 2, I'm not gonna lie, but it also gives me that Medal of Honor feeling. How many people played Medal of Honor back in the day? That game was my shit. God, I love that game. It was so much fun. Game feels really good and it runs insanely smooth. I have my settings in this video on 1920, all ultra settings. I ran 200 FPS and no problem whatsoever, which is kind of expected because this isn't a very graphically pleasing game anyway. But I've never been one to really care about graphics. I know a lot of people really give a shit about graphics, and I don't care what a game looks like as long as it's fun and, you know, I can have a good time. Now, a lot of people are saying that this could be a Counter-Strike baby. You know, this could be like Counter-Strike and COD had a baby, and it could be a really big game. And right now, it's growing very well. It's doing very good. I'm seeing a lot of hype about it on Twitter and stuff. And at the end of the day, it seems to be a very competitive game with a very high skill ceiling. Now, we'll have to see how it goes in the future, what updates they do to it, new maps, stuff like that. But it could be a really good game. I had fun back in the day when it originally came out. It just, you know, died really quickly. As you can tell by my hype at the end of that clip, I had fun back then as well. I feel like if they got big tourneys going on, really focused on the competitive side of it, and got a lot of big streamers involved with a, you know, a good amount of money for prize pools, I feel like they could do really well with this game. I know Shroud already loves it. There's a lot of big streamers that really enjoy the game. And if they frequently, you know, came out with new maps, you know, maybe updated guns, changed around guns. I know there's not a lot to go off of with the guns because it's World War II settings, so you have to keep it around World War II based weapons. But I feel like they could still do a lot with the game, and I think it could go really far. I would say if you like Counter-Strike, if you like Call of Duty, if you like both, if you only like one of the two, you'll probably enjoy this game, and it's definitely worth the $15. You know, it's not that much for a game, and I think it's really enjoyable. Like I said, this was my first competitive match, so I will have to play 4 more before I get ranked, and I still think there's a little bit of bugginess to the ranking system. A lot of people have told me they've dropped like 30+ kills for 5 games, won every single game, and still got placed at the lowest possible ranking, so I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe they fixed that by now. Like I said, this first game, I didn't do that well. I got 16 kills and 18 deaths, so I did pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. But I was still filling out my sensitivity and stuff, and I do not remember what my sensitivity was in Counter-Strike. It's been so long since I played, but a lot of people said that you can just basically transfer over your CSGO settings to this, you know, your exact same sense in CS as your sense in this, and it's pretty much 1-to-1. I know a lot of Counter-Strike players have been playing this game, and they've been really enjoying this game, and if it could get the boost from the Counter-Strike, you know, players that have stopped playing that, took a break from it, whatever. I know a lot of people have been bored of Counter-Strike. If it could get those players over to it, it could do really well. Like I said, the Steam charts are already on the rise, and it's looking good for the game. I'll probably put a couple 100 hours in the next week or so into this game, really fill it out and stuff. You know, I'm a long-term Call of Duty player. I've been playing COD my entire life, and you guys obviously know that my opinion is pretty much never like a good thing. Like, I'm always a pretty negative person when it comes to games, and I really do enjoy this game. Obviously, there's the honeymoon phase, so we'll have to see how it goes in the, you know, long term, but it's a solid game. You know, hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, not really, I wish. And it's definitely worth the $15 if you're looking for a new game. I know you guys have probably already looked at the game, already played it. A lot of you have probably already, you know, got it. But if you haven't, it is a good game. It's definitely worth the $15. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.